This is a restaurant in Pascuala, and it is also a hotel. As we enter, she has her menu out front. And inside this beautiful room, you can see down here at the base. You said, Priscilla, that the indentions.
This is where the carriages used to enter into the home with the horses.
Isn't that amazing?
And those are very unique and very original to the home. They're quite weathered. We stain them several times a year to protect them, and the staining is coming up next month again.
Really?
Yeah, but these are original. And this is a home here from the 15th century.
Notice the rocks and the thickness of this.
Yes, it's wonderful.
Isn't it great?
It is, it's wonderful.
And this?
Well, this is a beautiful hand-carved piece with a wonderful angel. I believe in angels. And this is a wonderful hand-carved Madonna that was done by a local artisan here.
And the name is Priscilla's.
And this comes from Santa Clara del Cobre, about 15 minutes from here, which is one of the copper capitals of the world.
It is.
And they manufacture beautiful copper there.
Now tell us about this.
Well, this is a wonderful piece that a friend of mine made and gave to me as a gift when I first opened the hotel.
Look at the gates here that open.
These are original to the home. These are all hand-tooled, and you can see all of the little indentations in the wood. It's quite old. And when I bought this was in pretty bad condition. And I had a wonderful carpenter here who repaired it for me, and you can't tell the few new pieces from the old. He did
Wow.
just an absolute wonderful
Well, they do have
job.
wonderful
We have
workers
wonderful,
here.
wonderful workers down here. That's
Yeah.
one of the pleasures of living in Mexico. You can get so many things made by hand that you design. This cantata was all original to the home that you see in the entryway and on the first patio and going into the second patio a little bit. And this cantata is between 500 and 600 years old. And I took up each piece and we numbered them, and we had the tops shaved because we wanted to be able to have tables out here on this wonderful patio and parties, and for people to be able to dance. And this is all original cantata, the stairs, and we clean them a couple of times a year. This, excuse me for going in front of you here, this is an original cantata column to the home that has been here for many, many years, and it's quite worn, as you can see. But I don't believe in sanding them and putting any kind of, varnish or anything on them. I like the natural stone.
Yeah,
and
I
when
do
you,
too.
When you feel it, you feel life. And these large stone columns have been in the home for many, many years, since it was built.
And the arches.
And the arches.
You use the term cantata.
Cantata.
Thank you.
Cantata is a very old stone.
Okay.
And the cantata comes from different parts of this region and other parts of Mexico. In several of the older Mexican pueblitos, you will see cantata sometimes being used. And we have it here with the columns and the arches. We have it with the marcos, the frames around
the windows.
And the doors. And this is very, very old cantata. And I will prove that to you when we get
And the lighting?
Well, this is my, I was shopping and I saw this light and it fascinated me.
It looks like an octopus.
Well, it is kind of like an octopus or a massive spider that's gone crazy
There you
and
go.
gotten too many body parts.
There you go.
But you know, when I saw that and it was on, and if you come this evening, you'll see it on, it's really quite lovely because it has lots of different colored marbles in it. And then at
I
night,
see.
it
Like
reflects-
jewels almost.
Yeah, it reflects all of that light. And it's quite a conversation piece. It's new, but it just blends in very, very well with, this 16th century home.
And the mirror.
And well, now the mirror has an interesting history to it. I found those at a site where I was looking for some other materials, and it was very sad to me because they were going to be burnt. And I said, oh no, they can't do this. And so I was able to acquire them for a very small amount of money, and spent a lot of time with a lot of toothbrushes cleaning them. And
They've
now-
got good teeth,
now
right?
we have this one hanging here, and we have another one in the dining room on the fireplace, which you will see shortly. And so they have a new home and new life, and they're very old with fabulous, absolutely fabulous beveled glass in them. And done in the 24 karat gold. They're just absolutely gorgeous, and I could not begin to see those be burnt.
And then you had the mural painted
Yes,
with
depicting.
depicting.
Had the mural painted, and this was done by a wonderful artist, Hugo Ibarra. This gentleman represents the wood carving that takes place in Mexico. This woman is sitting and looking over the corn, the elote, the cornfields, which has always been a big staple in Mexico. And I think she's thinking of her future and planning a beautiful future for herself. And this woman is dressed in the typical Pátzcuarian dress. Here's the pescado blanca, which comes from the lake and is wonderful fish to eat. You can see here the beautiful long braids and the embroidery work that the Purépechen women wear on their clothing. This darling little boy and this one is playing with the wood toys like they used to for so many, many years. And then you have the woman up here with the jug who's come back from getting water. All of the beautiful roof lines. And over here in this far corner is a wonderful troje, which a lot of Mexicans still live in different parts of this region, up in the mountains.
The little wood
The
cabin.
little wood cabins, they're trojes. And then up here at the top, you can see our wonderful basilica, which is
That's really something.
a big tourist attraction.
Oh,
it's just beautiful inside.
I was there when the horses all rode
Yes,
in.
It's just absolutely wonderful. And then if we can move on down to this mural, without the canopy here interfering too much.
Mostly the sun.
Mostly the sun, probably. This shows a gentleman in the traditional dance, the costume of the dance of the viejitos, which is the old man dance. And this is a very beautiful traditional dance.
It really is.
Region. It's just fabulous. And then, of course, the Dia de Muertos, the Day of the Dead, in October, and the 1st of November is a fabulous event here in our beautiful Pátzcuaro. And here is a cemetery scene with the wonderful women dressed with their rebozos, giving wonderful homage to their lost ones. And then up here we have the Plaza Grande. And what I like about this photo of the Plaza Grande, this painting, is that the trees, the size they were that size when I first came.
Oh, are you kidding? Really? They're huge.
And if you look at the trees now, they're very, very, very
They're
big.
huge. Well, she was only 10 when she came
I was
here.
a very, very young girl.
Yes.
I still am. Here we have a fabulous little boy from depicting the Santa Clara del Cobre area where all of the wonderful copper comes from. And the lovely lady up here with the wooden hand-painted dish that you'll see everywhere. And then I have to point out the cracks. The cracks here will never be repaired, and they came from the earthquake that was centered in Colima a few years ago.
Which is by the beach.
By the beach, and really jolted this area. And this is a piece of the history from that earthquake.
So this is the patio.
This is the premier patio to the home. And I would like to point out to you here this wonderful fountain. It's a working fountain. And this fountain was imported for the home in 1861, when the home underwent a restoration in 1861. And we have that etched in cantera that I can show to you.
But you found underneath this as you dug.
Well, we found some wonderful treasures under here. We dug, we found this wonderful piece of old cantata, and we've never really been able to quite figure out exactly what it is. On the other side over here, it has 2 openings, and I don't, as I said, we're still investigating that with some historians to try to figure out exactly what that was made for. But that piece was under the ground here, and then when we go into the dining room, I will show you some other lovely pieces that we found buried under here. But this is a solid iron fountain, and you can tell very easily that it came from France because of all the wonderful little frogs going around it.
Frogs in France.
And the Caille lilies. And at one time, these Caille lilies were painted white and yellow. And I loved the naturalness of the fountain. And so we have never repainted the leaves or painted interiorly on the Caille lilies. We've left it just like it is in its natural form. And it's just quite lovely. And then with the little boy up here with the umbrella.
Now he's cute.
He's
That's
having
cute.
fun.
Yeah.
He's having fun.
Okay, and then they're taking desserts back there. Boy, they looked awfully good.
What might that be for?
Uh-huh.
And then over here, we have another huge piece of cantata that we found when we were digging. And it's, again, quite old. And I didn't clean it. I love the natural.
So those are like pillars or bottom pillars.
Part of pillars, probably. Uh-huh. And this is solid, and it's very, very heavy.
Yes.
Very heavy.
Yeah.
More.
And is it cut stone or cement?
It's cut stone.
Okay.
These pieces of cantata that I'm showing you are actually cut stone.
Because they're so old.
Yes, and in a lot of the old haciendas, you'll see wonderful.
Oh, it's her birthday. I think her staff enjoys her, and they are giving her, oh my goodness sakes, flowers. And I think it's been a surprise to her.
Mire que ya amaneció, ya los pajarillos cantan, la luna ya se metió.
Now,
La señora,
Oh my
happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you and
Many more. I shouldn't sing. Oh, and we've got candles. And I did see that dessert go by, and I thought that was pretty looking.
Look at this. Okay, I have to make a wonderful wish. First, I want to say, I have the most fantastic staff
I think they like
of men
you.
and women in all of Mexico. These ladies and gentlemen have been with me for many, many years, and they're my children. And I love each and every one.
Aww.
And they're all very good children. Okay.
Make a wish.
Lots of good health and happiness.
Okay.
Woo! Well, now we have to take a little break and have cake.
We do, we do.
And you made a gelatin? Ooh.
por mí.
Because you're on a diet.
Nice gelatin. Ooh, how beautiful. All
Looks
the
gorgeous.
colors. And a fabulous cake. No calories.
Yes, right. Yeah,
one-
no
not one
coronary
calorie.
heart attacks
No,
here.
not 1 calorie will we find anywhere in this. So let's cut the cake and let's get some forks and spoons, and we'll take a little break and have a little pastry.
Yeah,
And then we'll
we're
go on to the next.
eating here, folks.